Today is the new year, January 1st, 2022, and the internet said it is 3 degrees out here. That is the coldest we have been so far this winter of 2021, and today 2022. So we're going to go over and we're going to check my thermometer and see what it says. The sun just came up a little while ago. It's 8 o'clock a.m. and we're going to go see the walipini and see how it survived the cold weather. So we had 6 days with no sun, and then it dropped to 3 degrees, and 3 was our low last night, and it's still 3 right now. But the stone wall in the greenhouse never warmed up. So I'm very curious to see what the temperature is in there, because we have not had this scenario. Last winter our low was 5 degrees. So it's 2 degrees colder right now than on our low last winter. But last winter we had sun every day that warmed up the stone wall, and so it only got down to 30 degrees under the row cover. So we're gonna go check the temperature under the row cover, and we're gonna see how it is. This is a big deal. Came out yesterday, and my tracks are filling with snow, so the wind must have blown last night. Let's just see what my temperature is reading today. It's warmer than 3 degrees. This says 9 degrees. So the sun has been up for just a while, maybe an hour. So it's getting warmer. But the angle of the sun, it's not hitting the walipini real well yet. Okay, most of the covering of the greenhouse is covered with snow. So I don't think there's a lot of solar gain happening yet. And the shadows of these big trees have been shadowing. You can still see the shadow. The shadow of the tree is right here. And so the sun just barely hit there. So we'll see what's happening here. This is so exciting. So exciting to see how frozen it's gonna be in here. Oh, well, you know what? I can tell a difference. When the air in here hit my face, it was significantly warmer. I could tell it was warmer just by walking in. Our air temperature up here in the area is 22 degrees. So being down in the ground is really helping it. Now I'm going to put this thermometer under a row cover on the ground, and we're going to wait probably 10 minutes or so, and then we'll read it and we'll see what it says. Okay, I put the thermometer in the center of the greenhouse, just random. It's in row 4, which is the center of the width, and I walked about halfway up the length, and so we'll see how it goes. So this is exciting. Let's check inside the propagation house, and we'll see if anything froze in there. One thing about it is I am way too overdressed for this. I'm starting to sweat. Okay, it is frozen in here. has ice. The door has ice on it. Okay, my tub of water is not icy. I have a little tray of water here, and it has some pretty thin ice on it. So it did get chilly in here. And I have a thermometer in here in the air, and it says 32. Okay, so it's right at 32. So my little heating pad here is keeping it warm. None of these leaf surfaces look frozen to me. This tray might have a little bit of frost, a slight frost on that tray of beets, but it's not going to hurt them. So this is the tray that I planted 3 days before the full moon in mid-December. I try to plant 3 days before every full moon every month, and then those are the plants that grow up that we transplant out. So I have spinach, cilantro, green onions, lettuce, and some kind of a cabbage crop, a cole crop. It's either cabbages, broccolis, or cauliflowers. I don't remember, and it doesn't matter because I space them the same. They're probably broccoli because the cotyledons are nice and large. Okay, I want to share something with you about this tray. These look really good. They're not getting much light at this time of year, the shortest time of the year, as far as light goes, shortest days. So this is really exciting because this is the first tray where the soil is the worm castings from the worm bin. All of the other trays have been just potting mixes, random potting mixes that I've mixed up. I've mixed in peat moss, I've had some old compost from here and there that was just mostly bacteria. We shouldn't even call it compost, but it was decomposed organic material, and organic material is important. But these are looking really good. The size of the cotyledons here, right here, that I'm touching with my nose, those are very big and beautiful. So these crops are responding very well to the worm castings. So this is exciting. I do see a slight problem because there are some weed seeds coming up. There's some grass coming up in here. And so that's one thing about worm compost. Worms will not destroy weed seeds. Where thermophilic composting will get rid of your weed seeds if you've done properly, vermicomposting, which means worm composting, will not get rid of your weed seeds. So one really great way to make the best compost is to do thermophilic composting and then feed your thermophilic compost to your worms. And then you have got rid of your weed seeds in the beginning with thermophilic composting, and then the worms come through and they will absolutely annihilate any disease problems, and so they make the compost better. It's cold here, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this. So I feel pretty optimistic. I'm feeling happy about the fact that it's as warm as it is in here. I thought there was a possibility that it would be in the teens in here, just because of the conditions that we're dealing with. So this is fantastic. Okay, I'm going to check this thermometer. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's at 27. 27, so it was warmer on the ground here. 27 degrees. Interesting, interesting. It's only 3 degrees colder. This is great! It's only 3 degrees colder than last year, our low. This is incredible. This stone wall being dug into the ground and having this incredible stone wall it's really done something special for us. Okay, the temperature, so I checked this. It was 27 under the row cover. And now it's coming back down. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's down to 24. Just walking around for a second, moving the camera. It's come down a couple of degrees. So this stone wall is incredible. It didn't accumulate a lot of heat over the last 5 days because the sun hasn't shone. Because we've had overcast weather and we've been having snow flurries every day. I don't know what our total snow is because the wind blows a lot, and so it's really hard to tell. But there's some places where we have drifts that are 3 feet. Most of the drifts are around 2 feet. And there's places where the ground is swept pretty bare. Okay, let me see this. My goodness, it's 30 degrees. 30 degrees! 30 degrees, people! This is incredible. I moved the thermometer 3/4 of the way up on a bed where the tomatoes were. And I left the tomato vines in the walkway. So there's a lot of microbial activity right now, keeping it warm, and it was up at 30 degrees. Incredible, absolutely incredible. So if we had more microbial activity in the ground, this just proved that we can have 3 degrees outside, and we can have, and we can keep it at 30 degrees under the row cover. This is awesome. And when with no sun cover, not heating up the stones. This, oh man. Oh, this is good. So exciting. So management matters. We need to have composts happening. Thermophilic stage is happening. Let's take a look at the worms and see if they froze to death last night. I know they didn't. I'm talking a little bit silly here. Let's just see. Okay, the top here, the very top, like the very crust has a little bit of ice on it. But not everywhere. The tiniest bit of ice. And I'm not seeing a worm. Okay, I had to dig down about an inch before I saw a worm. Okay, this is great. I think we've learned some things. Absolutely incredible. I don't know what we learned. I can't remember all my information. I wasn't writing it down. This is great. Thank you for watching. This is incredible on New Year's Day. What has happened? 3 degrees outside, and we're holding in parts of the garden at 30 degrees underneath. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. And it did get colder other places, but our plants are going to survive. We're going to have food.